Hello, everybody. Welcome to Flashing Arrows, the show where I cook, drink whiskey, and talk psychology. So today's episode, I'm sous videing 2 top sirloins. I'm gonna just sear them. That's the humming noise in the background. I'm gonna sear them with some bone marrow, parsley, and Fresno pepper compound butter. And then I made some delightful hummus. And I'm gonna finish with some za'atar. And then back there, I'm not sure if you can see, right there, I have some pita bread that is proofing. So there's this cute little dude. He always looks like he has wet hair. His channel's called The Golden Balance, and hummus finished with filet mignon with pita bread. Like, oh, I got my gal coming over. It's gonna be a great night. So tonight's topic, I wanted to talk to you about. I've got a bunch of stuff on my mind. I think I'm probably shooting another video right after this. There's one topic. I was talking with Thing of Topic Ideas, and I was talking with somebody. I overheard a song. I was listening to a song, some reggae song I like. It's called Milk and Honey. I forget the name of it, doesn't matter. But one of the lyrics is, nothing ever really changes. And it made me think about when people say, well, nobody really changes. People don't change. People don't change. And so I've heard that before, and I wanted to shoot a video about that because there's a great, lovely quote from one of Friedrich Nietzsche's old main translators named Walter Kaufmann, and it's in his book I need to reread called The Faith of a Heretic. And the quote is, people who know nothing about history think that everything is new, and people who study history a lot think that everything repeats. But if you pay attention, his quote is, if you pay attention to the finer details, you'll notice subtle changes. And so if you pay attention to the good psychological science, you'll know, do people really change? Can people change? The answer is yes and no. I'm a big fan of the social. I'm a big fan of social conditioning, but I also have grown up and come to understand a lot of things are genetic as well. Maslow, the guy who came up with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, he was a Skinnerian. He believed that everything is behavioral until he had his second kid. And then he's like, oh, wow, this personality of this child is totally inborn, or totally, born right into the kid. And we are not also behavioral. It's a bit of both. So there's a concept called ocean in psychology. So to what extent do we change? Do we not change? And I wrote down a little sticky note. So ocean is called traits. They're called traits. Just like people have temperament. Some people are easy, like myself. I'm just kind of like a golden retriever. I can really walk up to anybody and become friends with them. But then some people are slow to warm and some people are hard. And so those don't change very easily. It's just your temperament about how you exist in the world. Another set of characteristics, they're called traits that don't change very easily. The acronym is OCEAN. Openness, which is, are you independent? Do you have a bunch of wide interests versus closed? Do you prefer routine? Do you prefer more of a structured life? Conscientiousness versus impulsive. Conscientious, they're more organized. They're very dependable, versus impulsive can be more disorganized. Like, let's go do this, let's go do that, let's start this, let's start that. Extroversion versus introversion. So this is a term coined by Carl Jung. I can go on to detail about this because I'm a big fan of Carl Jung's work. And a lot of people have I think I'll probably shoot another video about this, the misconception and common versus standard psychological concept of introversion versus extroversion. Agreeableness, versus, are you more critical, are you more uncooperative? And then neuroticism, OCEAN. Neuroticism is, are you more neurotic, or are you just calm, even-tempered, and easygoing, versus are you just kind of anxious and keyed up all the time? So ocean, and I'll do another thing about typology as well, because those things are hard to change. They're hard to change if you haven't been able to tell already. I'm a giant extrovert. I can't have a thought without saying it out loud, and so it doesn't change. It doesn't change much over the lifetime. You work on your opposite type, you work on your stuff, but it's like being right-handed versus left-handed. I'm so much more, there's so many more neurological connections and neurotransmitters that fire my right hand more than my left hand. That's why I just hold on to the cup with the left hand. So anyway, that's the video, and thanks much for tuning in.